making art, one of the best ways to get over a block, or if you're having trouble just working on something or knowing what to work on, or you get stuck on something, just using your different senses really helps. There was this one artist, I can't remember his name, but he was an Italian artist, because he would put his easel in a gondola and float around, and he would actually paint scenes of Venice and everything going on, and he just had these really vivid scenes. It was just amazing. But he talked about how the smell of the water and everything it added, and it made it more real for him. So I don't have a gondola, but I had a kayak, so I got in a kayak and I tried to paint. Horrible painting, just awful. Just the way it was going everywhere, but oh my goodness. I was so inspired though when I finally got back on land. I definitely did a painting that was maybe a little better, but it's just incredible how using the different senses. So while they're doing that, I use my different senses, of course, in my painting. A big one is touch, by helping me able to find my way around on the canvas. But another thing that's probably helped my art more than anything is hearing. Whenever I hear music, I see color. I always have. So most of my paintings are music paintings. That's where the wild color comes from, and that's actually helped my art. When I painted a 737 for Delta, and the reason for that was because it was for the Rock in Rio concert. And they wanted me to paint it because they heard I see color with music. So they were like, paint whatever you want, and just put it on the plane.
Do you dream in color?
I do.
Yeah, I do too. So, I thought everybody did.
You know.
But not everybody does.
Yeah, and that's something. I did a talk at the Met maybe 18 years ago, and it was with some visually impaired artists from around the world. And maybe 15, I don't know, I'm bad with time. But I asked them, because we were on a panel, and I was like, hey, do you guys dream in color? And they were like, holy crap. It's just crazy colors and crazy dreams. And it seemed like the more that they do art, the crazier the dreams get, the color.
Oh. So we're going to pass out paint now. Do you have this system?
Oh, no, just, is it like because that for me, like I use sound in my art, and it's just a big thing. So if I ever have a block and I'm not sure what to paint, I'll just listen to music. But I've been able to work on sounds for lots of different bands. I've worked with like Justin Timberlake, Aerosmith, and Lady Gaga, and Beyonce, and just tons and tons of different musicians that I'll do artwork for, like their whatever that they're doing for promotions. And it's a lot of fun because I get to listen to music. And then flavors. Oh my goodness! Like, so flavors is a wonderful thing. I did a Hershey bar painting just for fun, but I had to do a lot of research. I had to eat a lot of chocolate bars to make sure I got it right. Then I did a hamburger painting. It's like, oh man, I got to eat another hamburger. So it's just you can just mix things up a little bit. If you're working, like, there's a painting in here of a lady. She's sitting on the back of a pickup. And I listened to some bird sounds, just on the internet, just kind of get the vibe for it. And just everything I could to just try to get the sense of it. So guys, with the paint that's coming out, it's going to take a minute. There's so many people, but every color feels different. So I'll remind you guys of this in a minute, so don't worry if you don't know. So there's different ways to be able to tell color with a visual impairment. The easiest is you put brown in a bottle, and then, if it says it's yellow, it's probably yellow. So that's super simple. On a palette, one way, so if you notice on your plate, it has a little notch out on it. Well, if you think of that notch being at 12 o'clock, then we'll put white up there. So 12 o'clock, we'll have white. And then at 3 o'clock, we'll have a different color. I think it's red, and then yellow will be at 6, and then blue will be at 9. So you can fill your palette, and if it's 6 o'clock, it's got to be the yellow paint. But also every color will feel different. So white is really thick, and so in this we put flour into the white. So if you just think flour, white, it's really thick. We put like a millet or a rice into the yellow. And I just say Tweety bird. I say yellow bird, so it's something that would love to eat. It's not yellow. And the red, we have sand. And I just think about hot sand at the beach, and blue, it's more watery. So each color has a different texture. And one of the main things in this workshop, if you can do this, and you've just done an incredible job, if you can feel the colors without looking and know, like, oh, this is red or this is blue, then that is huge. So if you're trying to, if you're trying to put colors on the canvas, and that's not working out so well, that's fine. The main thing is if you can even do that one step, that's your first day of painting without sight, and you can already tell the colors. Like, that's crazy. The next day you'll be able to tell 2, and the next day you'll 3. And it's just, the fun thing about art is you never master it, but you just keep learning more and more and more, and it's being more fun. So this is going to take a minute.
To remember.
I do, like, on my palettes. So when I travel, it's a little more hodgepodgey. So I try not to mix it. So I try to remember, like, oh, I'm working in this section, then I'll move to the next. So I try to get a bigger palette, so I can just work from one section to another. So when that's dry, I can go back to it. In my studio, though, I may have a red palette and a blue palette. I have more space. And if it's a really liquidy colors, I definitely do that, because I've ended up with some accidental purples, because the red and the blues run together, and I thought I was doing like a red apple or something, and it's been a very vibrant purple, and so I've learned to be better about that. So really through time, and like I said, guys, I'm really throwing you guys under the bus, because you didn't make this drawing, I made it for you. When I first started painting, I just painted in black and white, and then after a few months I added red, and after a few more months I added blue, and then that's all I would paint with, and I would paint with a tiny, tiny brush. And I was just sweating bullets, so I would feel where the brush needed, the paint needed to go, and I'd go like that. And because I didn't know how much paint would be on the brush, so it's just, mine doesn't move slow. But one of the wonderful things about art is that even though I had no painting skills really to begin, when I started, I knew how to draw and all that fun stuff in my brain. No painting skills. I got this exact same benefit that I get now. So I've been painting for about 24 years now, and so hopefully my skills have gotten better. But what I get from painting is the exact same. When I'm working on the art, I'm not thinking about anything in the past, I'm not thinking about anything in the future. I'm just right in the moment, and it's just a healing space. So that's brilliant. It's one of the best things.